my name is Gundrun from GE Designs. Welcome to my live quilting chat, Tipsy Tuesday. Hi everybody, thanks for being with us here. It's Tuesday, so Tipsy Tuesday, and I love that you're joining us both on Facebook and YouTube. Say hi to Mr. HP running the show behind the scenes, of course.
Now.
Oh, hey, he's back, he's back. So if you're new around here, make sure you follow our page and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Send us lots of hearts and thumbs up, and of course, you want to comment because we have a live winner every single show that we pull a random commenter from our show, gets a $25 gift card. There's a reason to stick around through the end because we also have a giveaway question at the end that you want to make sure that you get your answer in so that you can maybe be eligible for another gift card. Yay. So yay, we are back. We're back. Mr. HP has been gone out of town for some gigging.
I'm back, baby.
So he's back,
yeah.
And we love it. Although Andrea did a phenomenal job on Friday. Yeah. She really did. So tonight I'm going to be giving you a little bits of hints about my new upcoming book. So don't go anywhere, everybody. I'm going to show you how to use some of our stash builder bundles. And how I like to cut them up. And of course, some new fabric in the store all the time. So you want to stay, you want to stay. You want to bookmark this show. Really, you do.
The crowd is really happy today.
Yes, it's a great day. It was a hot, steamy day here in Minnesota. Felt like Texas a little bit. I don't know, Florida. It was steamy, humid. But it was beautiful because we actually got to spend it on a lake. Before I go there, let's announce our winner from our last week's show. Our giveaway question was, what are your favorite yogurt flavors? Yogurts. And our winner is Miss Barbara Bedford Millsap. So congratulations. Barbara's favorite yogurt is strawberry. Who doesn't love strawberry? I like strawberry. I like any berry, really. Triple berry, strawberry, raspberry, blueberry. Yes.
Blueberry.
I'm a berry girl.
Berry.
You are a blueberry.
I like blueberry.
Blueberry's your favorite. So congrats, Barbara. Just send us an email to help@gequiltdesigns.com to claim your $25 gift card. We'll send it to you electronically so that you can waste no time to get to shopping. All right, so we have some friends in town. I have some friends in town. It's our friends, but they're from Iceland. Some of my best friends from Iceland are visiting. And of course, we had to today, being that it was in the 90s in Minnesota, and I don't know, dew points in the 70s, 80s. I don't know, it was so hot and humid. So we took them out on the lake. But one of the great benefits of getting visitors, of course, is all the goodies that they bring from Iceland.
What's your favorite?
So, well, the licorice, of course. It's not something I should be eating because if you don't eat licorice, like the salty Icelandic licorice on a regular basis, like I did when I lived there, you actually feel it. I get a headache instantly, literally. And I made fun of it. I had some today. It's like, okay, girls, I'm just going to have some headache right now. And I had like 3 pieces. 10 minutes later, there it was. Yeah, very salty. But you know what? I still had some. And I'm going to have some more just because. So let me show you some of these great things. If you ever go to Iceland, some of the good things, the good candies that you should try. So Icelandic chocolate is really, really good. These, you actually kind of like these, right? The crop. So this is like
Kinda.
Puffed, so like puffed corn, like almost like Cocoa Puffs. Like, is it puffed corn or puffed rice? I don't remember. But like tiny little malted milk balls covered in a thick layer of chocolate. So they're small. They're not like regular malted milk balls. They're really, really, yeah, they're from corn. So they're puffed corn covered in chocolate. great chocolate. So these are really good. But then we have the licorice. So these I love because there's thick layer of chocolate, and then there's the black licorice, and then inside it is like a marzipan, sweet marzipan, which is like an almond paste, really tasty, coconutty. Oh my God, so good.
I'm not gonna yuck your yum.
No, don't yuck my yum ever.
No, I won't.
Yeah, that's our new rule. Don't ever yuck each other's yum.
Exactly.
So anybody that likes black licorice, Icelandic black licorice is different from, I mean, regular black. So, okay, first let's get this straight. Red licorice is not licorice, okay? Everybody, it's not. It's only black licorice. So you should only call licorice black licorice. But that's just my thing. Black licorice in Iceland is a little salty, and so we love pairing it with chocolate because you get the salty and the sweet and the creamy and the chewy, and it's just the best. Anyway, so I'm going to show you this one more that takes it to the extreme. Those of you, and I know some of you that have been to Iceland with me, I know who you are. I'm not going to name you, but I know those of you that really love the black licorice and really go out there with me. These are oh so good. So there's black licorice in the middle, and then there's a chocolate layer, but then they're coated with like a peppery powder. And it's not like peppery, like black pepper that it's this salty, licoricey, peppery, very Scandinavian coating. It's so good. Yeah. So that's what I've been enjoying these past couple of days. This one is very low, very low. There's a lot more in here, but this is gonna last me a while. It's gonna have to, because otherwise, you know, headaches, headaches. But you know, I'll suffer through it. So I'd love to hear if you like licorice or not, like black licorice. So Icelandic black licorice is sweet and salty at the same time. It's not like the really dry, like apothecary licorice. Not like that. It's really, really good. Oh, really, really good. So Susie, I know you like the peppery ones. So yeah, really good stuff. Okay, lots of folks liking the salty licorice. This guy, not so much.
Oh, I love it.
No, you don't. But he won't even eat it, so it's okay. I have it all to myself. My kids don't even like it. Well, my two younger ones that live here at home. My oldest loves it. So, but yes, it's something. It's something. I'll let you know when I'm done with that bag. Hopefully it will last me throughout the whole summer, which is good. All right, so that was my little licorice story. Of course, we're enjoying lots of great time, just enjoying friends. And we had to take them out on the lake today because it was so hot. And you really had to be in the lake. It was so hot, but it was beautiful. So we had a beautiful day there. All right, so let's talk about quilts. Let's talk about quilts. So behind me, we have a very coordinated set today, and for a reason, because we're going to talk a little bit about my new book. So on the set today, I have two quilts that will be in the book. So the one straight behind me is Strippy Stairways, made with 2.5-inch strips, and then in the corner is Jewel, made with 10-inch squares. And then on the cabinet here is a runner that we did for the retreat using 1.5-inch strips, just an easy, simple rail fence runner called Strippy Dippy. Not going to be in the book, but hold on. So let me show you some other photos of these three quilts just so you can see them better on a bigger, you know, full-on scale. There is my Strippy Stairways. It is made from, so all the quilts are made from the Celestial Stash Builder bundle, which is 12 fabrics. And Strippy Stairways has a background fabric that is a spotted moonbeam that came with a line. We still have some beautiful, we still have this bundle actually. And yes, I made all three quilts from the same bundle. There's Jewel, gorgeous, modern, Zen chic fabrics. I love them so much. And then, yes, one bundle made 2 lap-size quilts and a table runner. You just need a little bit extra fabric, like a yard for the binding, and then you need the background fabric for the Strippy Stairways. And we're going to be talking about that, like how my philosophy of why I love the Stash Builder bundles, why I do what I do, and why we sell them, and everything about what this book is going to be about that's coming out. But before that, I wanted to remind you all that we have something special happening early tomorrow morning. It's June 14th, so guess what's tomorrow? June 15th. Yes, that means Christmas in Europe block is coming out. Block number 10. We're almost there, everybody. 10 out of 14 is coming out tomorrow, so I'm excited to see your response. I would love for you, those of you that are participating in our Christmas in Europe Mystery Block of the Month program, give us a little sentence about how you're feeling about it, what your experience have been. Are you enjoying it? For those that don't know anything about it, you know, it's been so kind of long. Yeah, 10 months since we started. Even it's over a year since we introduced it to you. So I'd love to, for everybody, just to give a little sentence about how it's been for you and how excited you are for it to, I'm sure you're not excited to have it come to an end, but I'm sure you're excited to see what the final project is, or final product. Yes, I am excited to see your response. So let us know in just a couple of sentences. Maybe you should pop some on the screen if you see any, because it's just, we love hearing back from you about our programs and if you're enjoying them. Oh, they're so anxious to finish. I love it. Great, great, great. Lots of fun, easy to keep up with. 2 blocks behind. Okay, so let's talk about this. There's nobody, no behind. I'm so behind. It's not like you need to be keeping up or sewing every block every month. It's always there for you. You have the videos forever. So take your time. Do it whenever you want. Have time. Whenever the need arises for some sewing. Because you know what? You're going to get it done. You're going to want to get it done once you see it. All right, so that's great to hear. Great to hear. So let's talk about the new book. This new book that you've been hearing about a little bit, I'm sure. It's in the works. We are in the final stages. The testing is getting finalized. We have a very special photo shoot this week. We got most of them, most of the quilt shot. And it's really exciting to have it all come together. It's always, you know, such a long process from the start. But what this book is going to be, of course, this is my 3rd book in this series called Stripology Mixology. So the first 2 mixology books have been out for, the first one obviously for a little bit. The last one came out in October of 2020, I believe, yes. And so it's been a while. It's a 1.5 years. So excited for this 3rd one to come out. And what the mixology part stands for is really for all the quilts in the books, both of those books, and this 3rd one. I use those very popular pre-cut sizes. So 10-inch squares, 5-inch squares, and then 2.5 and 1.5-inch strips. These are kind of the sizes that I've been designing with for many, many, many years. Single patterns, even before they started selling the very popular pre-cuts. And so I've been using them, and I have been using those pre-cuts, but also love just cutting my own fabrics into those sizes. So especially after my first Stripology ruler came out, because then I was able to get really great accurately cut pieces, and then I could really curate my own kind of collection, curate my own pre-cut with balanced colors and everything else. So I'm sure you've experienced the same kind of frustration using pre-cuts, and I think we can all agree on this one, and it's the sizes. You know, with the pinked edges, the sizes are not always what they're supposed to be. 10 inches are not always 10 inches. And sometimes they're not even square. And so you'd never really know consistency about the sizes. And then the second being the balance of the fabrics in there, because they usually put all of the prints from one fabric line in there. And so the colors are not balanced, the values are not balanced. And so there's always that frustration, which means that if I use those, I've been pulling from my own collection, trying to, even things out, make it a little more exciting and balanced. So those two things really kind of started me on, first off, making my own quilts. I love to cut my own pre-cuts from fat quarters or half yards. And so that started me on the path starting to sell and carry our stash builder bundles of half yards, which means I handpick all of the fabrics in each bundle. Sometimes they come from the same line. Sometimes most of them come from a line, and then I add a few from our basics, from other basics to balance things out. And I just love working with those. So I love cutting my own because I know if I cut them with my stripology ruler, every single piece is going to be accurate. They're all going to be the same size. And when you start out that way, you're going to be successful going forward. We all know that. So there's just so many possibilities too doing it this way, and you can really pick your favorite fabrics, pull in some of your favorite colors, and make something that you're going to absolutely love. So I wanted to show you, I have this bonus sheet on our website. So if you have not been to our website and found this little link called bonus charts and templates, I suggest you go find that, especially if you have a stripology ruler. It has all of these charts that we use all the time. One of them being this little piece of paper that says stripologizing charts. This is the top part is very helpful when you're working with somebody else's patterns where they don't tell you how many strips to cut and so on and so forth. It's a great tool to use if you're altering a pattern or things like that. But on the bottom is a chart or just an idea sheet of all the things you can cut from a half yard. So let's go to the overhead so I can just show you. And I'm going to just demonstrate to cut some of my half yards here, just to demonstrate it so you can have a visual. But of course, so half yard bundles, most of them in our store have 12 pieces. Some have 6, some have 8, some have 15. But from each half yard, you can, for example, cut 10-inch squares, 2.5-inch strips, and 1.5-inch strips. So in this case, you would cut one 10-inch strip, which would yield 4 squares from a half yard, 2 2.5-inch strips with the fabric, and then you would get at least one 1.5-inch strip, sometimes 2. So if you have a 12-piece bundle, that would give you 48 10-inch squares, 24 2.5-inch strips, and then 12 to 24 1.5-inch strips. So a lot of times my patterns for a lap size quilt call for 48 squares because that's an even 6 by 8 set. 24 strips with a background could give you a lap size quilt, just like the strippy stairways. And then you have all these 1.5-inch strips. But there are other ways to cut things up. If you don't want 1.5-inch strips, you can always cut 10-inch squares and get 3 2.5-inch strips out of it as well. You could cut 10-inch squares, and then you could cut a 5-inch strip and get 5-inch squares, and then you'd still get 1 2.5-inch strip from that same half yard. Now, if you don't want to work with 10-inch squares, you could cut 5-inch squares, 2.5-inch strips, and 1.5-inch strips. So there's all these different kinds of combinations, how you can cut these half-yard bundles. So they're much more versatile than just buying a 10-inch square pre-cut or a jelly roll of 2.5-inch strips and so forth. So I want you to all check this out so you can really see the possibilities and opportunities to use those half-yard bundles. So the previous mixology books, Stripology, Mixology, and Mixology 2, have all had quilts made from all of these pre-cuts. So you could have taken a bundle, cut it in one of these ways, and made 2 quilts out of those, out of the same bundle. However, it's just, even though I've talked about it, you know, sometimes folks don't realize that. So in this new book, I really, really wanted to show it to you because, and I started with the quilts that are right on the set that we use for our Stripology retreat, we made two quilts, two lap-size quilts from one bundle, and got a bonus table runner as well. Sometimes actually two table runners if they got two sets of strips of the 1.5 inch strips. So this new book, I have multiple sets of quilts, two different quilts made from the same bundle, because I feel like when I show it to people, it really clicks. And not that you would have to choose the same two quilts to do, you can kind of mix and match. And what I'm anticipating is that you going back to your first mixology book and your second mixology book, and then you can start playing across the whole set of 3. So I wanted to just visually show you first. So like I said, these two quilts are both going to be in the book. The Jewel made from 10-inch squares that are right in the corner, and then Strippy Stairways 2.5-inch strips cut from the same bundle. So I wanted to show you all of the different versions of these two quilts that were made during the retreat. So let's start with all the jewels. So here's Jewel made from Carolina lilies. Gorgeous. It's just so fun because they're all so different just based on what that bundle looked like. There's the Jewel that I made from Duality Fusion. So it's just black and white, very cool modern quilt. And then we have this is made from the Game Day bundle, Jewel. Then we have, so these are from some of our participants at retreat, because we never made those quilts because the fabrics came in late. So this was made from Feathered Nest. So very softer robin's egg blues, browns, and beautiful creams. And then we have, this one was the first one. This one is made from our Lipstick Cowgirl, which was an ombre fabric. So honestly, in this one, there's 6 different 1 yards. But because it was an ombre, you get all these different hues from that one fabric. And then we have Harmony. This bundle we actually still have. I love those beautiful golds with those plum, gorgeous rich plums and teals. And Weather Report was also a very, very popular one. So very subtle. You can see just because there's not as much contrast in that bundle, you have that very subtle feel, but that's what I love about it. The same pattern can look so different just based on what fabrics you're using. And then I think this is the last but not least, this is Passion. Passion had some really great big prints along with some more subtle quiet prints, so it creates a really beautiful, gorgeous, gardeny kind of quilt. All right, so let's look at the same fabrics in a totally different pattern made from the same bundle. So here is Strippy Stairways in Carolina Lilies, paired with a white background. I used just a grunge on this one to make it really, those rich colors really stand out. And then, of course, we've seen the Celestial that is hanging right behind me. Beautiful, beautiful. And then we have Harmony. Harmony, I wanted a little more action in the background, so I chose a very subtle print. So it's a cream with a little bit of a gray print on it. So I just love how it blends the color better. Then we have my Lipstick Cowgirl. And for this one, I chose a Tim Holtz background. So it has lots of action, and it is a directional fabric, but once you put it into the quilt, you turn all the pieces any which way, and it's not a directional print anymore. So I really love this one. It's the tailored linen background, and we had that, and I think we still do, in 3 yards and 1 yards. And then we have the Weather Report, and just look at this. Those really subtle colors that were very muted in the Jewel look so different when you pair it with a contrasting background. And we used a gray, we used both the spotted or the thatched for this one, and it was like the perfect background for it. Didn't overwhelm it, not too dark. Then we're gonna check out the Duality Fusion. Remember, that was just a black and white, and here I paired it with a colored background, so a teal, beautiful teal background, and so you would not barely even think that this was the same fabric used, because and you could swap that with any color, any favorite color. Black and white is going to stand out on anything. And then last but not least, here's Game Day with a really cool print. We used seeds for the background, so it's a white background with some black in it, black print in it, and it really tied all the wild fabrics from the Game Day bundle together. So really loved how this one turned out. Oh, we got one more, sorry. We forgot about Feathered Nest. Feathered Nest, remember all those soft creams and baby blues and browns? Dark background for that one, a really nice deep chocolate brown, worked perfectly to offset all those beautiful colors. So that is it. Lots. That was 8 different jewels, 8 different strippy stairways. And one of the best things.
What about Strippy Dippy?
Oh yeah, we can look at the Strippy Dippies. So those were the runners that we made with the 1.5 inch strips that you can get from the bundle as well. So we have some beautiful versions of the Strippy Dippies. Let's just look through those. This one is the Celestial. And there's the Harmony. Weather Report. Oh, I just love them all. I have a lot of them here, so I'll show you in the overhead. Then we have the Carolina Lilies. And oh, that's just a yummy photo. And then we have the Lipstick Cowgirl. Lipstick Cowgirl is the one that you have.
That one?
Yep, that one. That's all you got? Oh yeah, we didn't have photos of the ones that we didn't make. So I'll show you here on the overhead. I have a few of them here. So here is the Carolina Lilies. Lovely, lovely print. And I have a list of all the long arm patterns we use for these, but of course I didn't think of printing that out and having it with me. Here's the Lipstick Cowgirl. So fun, even though we're using just 6 prints, it looks like a lot more fabrics because of the ombre. Weather Report. And Harmony. I just love them all. Love them all.
Beautiful.
And let me tell you this. So a little inside information. This little simple pattern using 1.5 inch strips. Make sure you watch next week's Tipsy Tuesday, because we are releasing this as a free pattern, and I'm going to give you a little tutorial. So on some tips on working with these strip sets and things like that. So come back next week for Tipsy Tuesday for that. But before we look at some fabric, I wanted to really have a visual on how I cut my bundles up into one of those, you know, sections of units. So how we did this for the retreat, we cut 10 inch strips for the 10 inch squares for the jewel, and then we cut 2.5 inch strips and 1.5 inch strips. So when I'm cutting the half yards for a bundle, so I would just chop them all up, and this is really going to show you how fast this can go. So a lot of folks buy the pre-cuts because it's convenient, you don't have to do any cutting. But I tell you what, if you're going to be successful with pre-cuts, you want to take every single square and press it. So that takes its own time. It's faster to press a half yard of fabric than a whole stack of pre-cuts. So I like to take a layer 2 at a time. You can layer possibly 3 if you have a big 60mm cutter. But if I'm just using my 45, I can get away with 2 half yards folded, so that's 8 layers of fabric. But I like to fold them individually because I want to be able to layer them so that I can see both folds here on the bottom. So I have my bottom fabric fold here aligned with a line on my cutting mat, and then I have my top fabric layered a little bit above it, and you can even use the next line, so if it's a half inch if you want to, but you want to make sure they're even. But you want to make sure that you see both folds so nothing gets folded and kind of caught. So then we're going to grab our ruler And we're going to be cutting our 10-inch squares and 2.5-inch strips. So if I'm cutting if I'm cutting up a whole bundle, you know, just for ease and to help out with, you know, making sure I cut the right sections, I of course use my ruler stickers. So I would just pop my ruler stickers on the 0, on the 10, so that's my first cut, the 10-inch strip, and then 12.5, that's one 2.5-inch strip. 15 is my second 2.5-inch strip, and then I would pop it on the 16.5. That's a 1.5-inch strip, and then I would put one on the 18 as well, because if your half yards were cut generously, which we do at GE Designs, you'll be able to get two 1.5-inch strips, and so then you have the markings there, and you can just pop through your whole bundle really quickly. So now I'm going to just start in my 0, make my cut, and then through the 10, 12.5, 15, and then I get my 1.5-inch strip and I get a second one. So that gives me, I've got my two 1.5-inch strips from the bundle. I got my two 2.5-inch strips. And this is a brand new bundle I'm cutting up because I want to make some stuff out of it. And then I have my two 10-inch strips. So all I would have to do with this is open them up. I like to have the selvage on the left side. And I turn it this way so I can see my selvage here. So I make sure to trim that off, stack them up, and subcut into 10-inch squares. So I align any line on my ruler on the bottom of that fabric, all the bottom of those strips, and I just cut on the 10. So 0 and the 10 and the 20. So I even have a little leftover if you want to play with some little leftovers. And I've got so this will give me 4 squares from each fabric, 10-inch squares, perfectly cut. And of course I pressed this with some steam beforehand, so you take out any chance of it really shrinking as you're working with your fabric and pattern. And so this took me how long? This was 2. And so you just have to repeat that 5 more times and you have a whole stash builder bundle with 12 pieces cut up. That means 48 squares, 24 strips of each. And that's really worth it because everything is accurately cut and you now have everything cut for a couple of projects. Gotta love that. So let me see if we have any questions before we move on to showing you some fabric. Do you have any questions popping up about any of those things I've been talking about? What sizes are the runners? Oh, you know what? I can guess it because I have the runners and I can count. I know how to count. I don't remember exactly. Well, 36 by 12. Pop it on my cutting mat. 36 by 12, and that's perfect. So you can make 2 of those, or you can make, because they're just simple rail fence blocks, you can make one bigger. I know a lot of people at retreat just made a longer and possibly wider runner. Some people made a topper, and so yes. So we will have that for you next week. Do you have any suggestions on how to make clean cuts? I have problems doing it when I am making the folded over cuts. Yes, so I would suggest watching the Stripology 101 videos. I made the first one with the original Stripology ruler, even though that's not available anymore. Everything applies to all the other ones, so the XL. So the key is to get, if you want no elbows in your strips, the key is to have that top fold and now the bottom fold that you created perfectly parallel, and then you always have straight cuts. And so start out with less layers and then, you know, work from there. So check out those videos, all there. You go to our website, click on videos, tutorials, and the Stripology 101 videos have like part 1 through 6, which you can watch. Which ruler did I use? I used the XL. I just showed you with the XL because I love that it has up to 20. You can cut, subcut those 10-inch squares really quickly. What is a cutting glove? Oh, that is like a glove that you wear on your non-dominant hand, the one that holds the ruler. It's just kind of like the chefs and the fish cleaning people wear, so you don't cut yourself. I don't really use that for regular cutting at all. I don't know, must have been a question somebody must have mentioned it. All right, any more questions? Are you ready to see more of that bundle that I just cut up? It's gorgeous. So it just came in, and it's a brand new holiday Christmas line from Moda, and it is called Cheer and Merriment. And what I love about it is that it's not very traditional Christmas colors. So this definitely could kind of hang around a little longer. And if you know me, I love anything that's a little bit different and unique. So let's check out this bundle. So we'll start with this main print here. This beautiful, beautiful aqua blue. So, and the poinsettias, just love that on there. So the designer for this is, okay, now I don't remember her name. Fancy That Design House, yes. So she did Songbook last year. We had that last year, and now a holiday line, which I really love. Love this print. This is the one I used to saw me cut up along with this beautiful snowflake print, a little bit deeper teal color. And in that same color, we have the doves that are holding a little ribbon that says, Silent Night, O Holy Night, merry and bright, peace, love, joy. And then into those beautiful olive greens. Really love those prints and that color. It's one of my favorite colors. It's just so rich. That same big print with the leaves and the berries. And then we have some pine branches. And I love that it's on this deep hunter green, but using some of those aquas. I just think that's so unique and different. Bringing in this hot color, we've been talking about this one a lot, that is everywhere these days, and this really nice curry yellowy brown. We have a ghost on the set. Things are falling down. That same dove print in that color, but look at it, it's a little bit deeper. So I love the different shades, so a little bit different, higher, deeper value on this one. It's just gonna really enhance your quilt. We have a snowflake print in the red, beautiful tone of red, and the doves. And then we have a deeper burgundy red for that snowflake print. So lots of color, lots of not so traditional color, but I want to show you we have some more prints out of this line available in 1 yards. We have that same main print here with the poinsettias in this hunter green color that really matches this tone. So we have that in 1 yards. We also have a beautiful cranberry red plaid that is perfect, goes perfectly with these. And then a background, that snowflake that I absolutely fell in love with, and I love this version. So it's really kind of a linen colored with white on it. So it's not a white on white, I would say a white on cream print in those snowflakes. So beautiful, beautiful background color. So then I of course did a poll. So ranging in these colors, I'd started off on this aqua teal. The texture in the teal color is perfect with it. And I tried to go more textures because these are all prints. Canvas Peacock is a great version for this teal with a lot of green in it. The olive green, the deco stitch and the morning moss matches it perfectly, and I also love that it has different hues of that color in it. The dark hunter, chalk and charcoal in the hunter works perfectly with that. And then my favorite color these days, Bumbleberry's dark golden sand, is a little bit brighter but has the deeper tones in it, so it really would meld perfectly. And then this beautiful red canvas merlot kind of bridges between the deeper red, the burgundy, and the red, and it has textures of both, so I loved just adding that in there. And if you wanted a little bit brighter background, I would just suggest using the grunge white paper, so it's a little bit brighter, not such a linen hue to it. It would still meld perfectly. And then I found a beautiful plaid if you wanted something other than the red. The plaid and the turquoise has that beautiful turquoise with the red with a little bit of gold in it, so I think it works great. So this is Cheer and Merriment, the bundle and the fabric pull. But I'm not done with this bundle because I really, really love this line. So we have a kit coming, and I wanted to give you a little sneak peek. It's not quite ready because we don't have these quilted yet. They're little placemats because this line came with a panel, and so they're going to be placemats. I chose to piece them, and then we're going to quilt them on Gertie, just all together. I just want to get a good quilting pattern on them. So there's 6 different panel prints. Then we use that beautiful hunter, and then I'm going to use the beautiful cranberry plaid cut on the bias for the binding. But I just love these beautiful panel prints. Joy to the world, peace on earth. We have Making Spirits Bright. We have It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year, and then All is Calm, All is Bright. So just hold on a second. Hopefully by our later this week, this will be available. Pattern comes with it, simple pattern. You could piece it like this and quilt it, and the kit will come with a backing, or you can also choose to do it quilt as you go. I will include both instructions, so very easy to do. I'm going to choose to quilt it just so that we can get some quilting. Just a basic, I think I'm going to do just a basic diagonal grid on it. Something simple that really makes them shine, and you can wash them easily and they hold up well. All right, so we're in the Christmas spirit tonight, even though it's the hottest day of the year in Minnesota. Oh, somebody's in the Christmas spirit. Somebody's ho-ho-hoing. Oh my gosh. All right, with that, let's check out another brand new Christmas bundle. And if you're doing Christmas in Europe, I mean, that's happening tomorrow. We're all in the Christmas spirit. You probably know a lot about the Nutcracker, the actual ballet, because we talk about that a lot during Christmas in Europe. So this beautiful bundle is called Nutcracker. It's by Dear Stella. I put together just a 6-piece bundle. Don't worry, I've got some coordinates pulled for you too. But I just really love this. Because it just took me back to watching the Nutcracker on TV every Christmas day. So this beautiful, it's a deep navy, not quite black, so it's very nice and warm. So obviously all the dancers, we got the actual Nutcrackers, the clock, the mouse, all that stuff. So then we have some dancing Nutcrackers here. We have some ornaments on that same deep blue, navy blue background. And then we have some of the lighter prints. So we have the Nutcrackers and some of the characters here on this beautiful cream print. We have some gingerbread men in this soft peach color. And then a multi-print I love how they're all pretty small scale, so that it would work for smaller projects. Just love these. So bringing in some color. I started with, I really just pulled, I didn't pull any of the navy because you got half of the bundle is already navy. So I kind of played with all the colors you can find in all the prints. So let's just see what I came up with. So there's a lot of this teal. So I love the Spectrostatic Deep Sea, that deep, almost green teal. A little bit lighter would be the Grunge and the Avalanche. And then the lightest one, also kind of a more of a green, sage green for all those greens in here, would be the Nocturnal Diagonal Plaid. So then you get a plaid in there too. Then I love this beautiful peachy red, rusty red in there. So Deco Stitch Red Desert, perfect. And then also the Grunge and the Cider Pumpkin Cookies. A great version of that. And there's a bit of blue everywhere, like a lighter blue. So I love this Moonscape, and the Marlin also would give you a little bit of direction in there. And then, of course, for that beautiful curry gold color, the Spotted Celestial Maze ties it all together. Now we have awesome plaids and stripes to go with this too. Diagonal Plaid and the Picnic from the Timber fabric line would be great, working with this color, working with that color, the diagonal stripe in the Lava, or if you want it blue, diagonal stripe in the Hedge, which is like a bluish green. So that would work. All of these would work beautifully. And now if you wanted to get a background in there, again, something that matches these light colors, the Grunge Eggshell is a perfect match for that off-white that is used in this bundle. So Nutcracker, there it is. I wish I could hear the song. Are you playing it?
Shh.
Oh, he is, isn't he? Is he playing it? Are you gonna get into trouble?
Yep.
Oh, we're gonna get muted. Uh-oh. We're gonna
Again.
get muted.
Oops. Sorry.
Just bits. At least, see, this is why you want to watch live. When he does stuff like that, when he watches later, it might be muted already.
It's in good spirit.
Yeah, it is. Hopefully it won't do that to us.
No.
Okay, I want to show you a couple more things. We got some 1 yard, some great 1 yards. You know, I love unique fabrics, especially if it's something that I haven't seen before. So I have two great fabrics from Dear Stella, holiday fabrics. Number one, have you ever seen holiday unicorns? Well, here they are, holiday unicorns. Check this out. So they're unicorns pulling a sleigh, or just you're riding a holiday unicorn with Christmas trees and loads of fun stuff. Well, if you think this is unique, holiday unicorns, what about holiday dinosaurs? I know, I love this. So holiday dinosaurs, here we go. Yes, this is called roaring holidays. Can you roar like a dinosaur? Oh my gosh. Yeah, so the dinosaurs are wearing Santa hats and all these fun things, and they are ringing in the holidays. So how fun to make some, like a holiday, you know, remember our travel pillowcase for the kids? Unicorns, dinosaurs, whatever works. Love it. So roaring holidays and holiday unicorns. I know. I just can't help myself. When I find something that I have never seen before, I'm going to get it. Just because.
Awesome.
Just because.
Kids will love it.
I know. And not just kids. I mean, who doesn't love unicorns and dinosaurs? So, gotta love that. And I wanted to mention, quick little project for the 4th of July holiday, our off-kilter kit comes with everything you need for the runner, for the top, for the binding, for the backing, and a pattern and a video class. All comes in one kit. So the video class and the pattern is delivered to you digitally right when you order. So check that out for a really quick project, because this really comes together in the evening. You can get it done before July for sure, or just for next year. All right, so that is it for our new stuff. It's a lot. It's a lot going on today. And I wanted to say, remember to keep watching, because I'm going to start sharing some sneak peeks of the quilts in the new book starting on our next show later this week. But do you have a live winner? Have you been good about commenting? Because
we got a live winner.
We have a live winner.
But first I have to do something.
Okay. I'm going to have a sip of water.
You showed your favorite candy right now?
Oh, yeah.
I got to show mine right now.
Oh, okay. All right.
Werther's.
As a matter of fact, you've been eating it right during the show, haven't you?
Shh.
See?
So good.
This is like grandpa candy.
I'm a grandpa.
Yeah, you're a grandpa, so you're a pawpaw.
It's official. It's official.
You're a pawpaw.
So good. Now this is so good.
So good. I actually like those too.
I'm just saying.
I do too.
Okay, now for the winner.
Okay, for the winner, let's see. Who is our live winner from all your comments? It is Beth Jessen. Congratulations, Beth. Send us an email to help@gequiltdesigns.com and we will get you your gift card right away. Now, I have a big announcement. Our Friday show is not going to be on Friday. We're going to be live on Thursday. It's going to be a happy Thursday. Thirst day. You know why? Thirst day. 3 o'clock Thursday. That's June 16th. We're going to have our Friday show because we are doing a photo shoot here at home for all the cocktails in the new book. So I figured it would just be perfect to do our show right then and there because it's Thirst Day.
It's going to be jolly.
I wish you could all come help me drink them after we photograph the drinks. But at least you get a little sneak peek and inside scoop. So we're not going to have a show on Friday. Thirst Day at 3 p.m.
Thirsty Day.
Yes. But there's another chance to win another gift card if your name is not Beth. Just answer this other giveaway question. We will announce a winner next week for a Tipsy Tuesday. And here's my question. Have you made multiple quilts from the same fabric before? Just like I showed you all of the jewel and strippy stairways and the strippy dippies. I would love to hear if you've made more than one quilt from the same fabric. Because I'm kind of like that. I like to do different things. But I love being able to get some really good use out of my fabric and make two from just one bundle. So love to hear about that. And then we are, of course, picking randomly a winner from all your answers, announcing it on our Tipsy Tuesday show a week from today, June 21st. And you'll get a sneak peek. You'll get a sneak peek Friday, some of the first quilt sneak from the book. So June 21st, 7 p.m. is Tipsy Tuesday. Happy Thursday. Yes, Thursday. That is June 16th, 3 p.m. I hope I will see you there and get a little inside information. Inside Scoop will share some videos from our photo shoot. It's going to be a fun day.
And get some of those Werthers. They're delicious.
Because you can't get any Icelandic licorice at the store, that's for sure, unless you're in Iceland. So that's it for us tonight. Thank you for watching, and we will see you Thursday, 3 p.m. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.